Everybody, welcome back to Playspot. Yeah, it's your boy Mula over here. Guys, if you're new in this channel, consider subscribe, guys, because I've been bringing you nothing but the best with actually with Mesh over here. So we're actually going to dive into this one where we're gonna talk about Kaiser Chiefs as they believe that they officially signed two talents, which is Etiso Igodaro, sorry, and Asanele Velebai, and also I have Mesh here, man. I'm not alone. I got my guy here ready to break it down with me. And Mesh, how is it, bro?
Mula, how are you?
I'm very, very good, bro. And you?
All is well, my brother.
Okay, bro. Quick breakdown. We know that Kaizer Chiefs are believed to sign the 24-year-old Nigerian striker. Man, have been around the block, and we know that he played for Chipa, Supersport, Amazulu, and he bags actually 10 goals in one season for Chipa alone. And Chiefs need goals. Maybe this is the finally jersey number 9 they've been dying for. Do you think so?
Yeah, it's possible. It's a big possibility. There's a lot of positives.
Yeah, fact.
Yeah, there's a lot that can be said. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot that's also positive for the team. So yeah, man. Ultimately, still a better signing than Morris. So
Yeah.
I think it's a step in the right direction.
Yes. Yes. So you think it's a good move for Chiefs. So if you can also go to, I think we're gonna just chop and chop. We have also the 22-year-old. We know that the Cape Town born bowler, and if you know he's fast, fearless, and also you know that Bafana debuted already, and he was also in the captain. It's Spurs before relegation, and the kid is cooking, bro. That one is actually a good bowler, to be honest. Chiefs got him for free. We know that. I think that's what a proper business, because on January they wanted to sign him, but they failed. So let me just go straight to the question, bro, which is question for the young man, which is, let's talk about him, man. Getting 100 games, and he's just 22. What do you think about it, man?
Velebai.
Yes.
No, Velebai is an excellent example. He's
Yeah.
an excellent example of how you develop in this country's football.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be part of a setup and you need to be involved, you
Yes.
know. And you not only need to be involved at just like being part of the team, but like at playing level as well. No
Mm-hmm.
matter where you're playing, whether you're playing as a side fighting for promotion, or you're playing as a side in the PSL, or you're playing as a side that's been relegated. We
Yes.
always mention that our youngsters are failing to progress. People who say youngsters of Pirates, youngsters of Sundowns, all those things, is because those youngsters are finding the team in an already set up environment.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? They play, right?
Yes.
They get a chance to play because the results, maybe most of the time, they are in favor of those teams.
Yes.
So when they come on, there's not really much to do, but just to feel like how it is, to feel the pressure, to feel just to get some minutes under you.
Mm-hmm.
And Velepai is well developed and he's a diamond. you know um I guess also with him it's like the story that's being written. The team could have profited from him, and I believe those profits would have helped them stay afloat,
Mm-hmm.
in the league and the previous the previous league that they were in. But at the end of the day, sometimes those things are not realized.
Mm-hmm.
you know this player has developed even more than Sundowns players
Mm-hmm.
in terms of having minutes under him. He's seen all sorts of pressures. He's seen all sorts of atmosphere. He's played against the biggest teams. He's done well against the biggest teams. He's been able to be in the youth side of Bafana Bafana.
Mm-hmm.
This is a player that has ticked all boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's not denying that this player deserves to be playing at the highest level as an individual. not even as what the team might value him as, but just for him as an individual.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important for him to be playing at that level because he has been able to gain even captain attributes.
Yes.
Being somebody who's been in the game for so long.
Yes.
Being someone who's actually been in the game, even longer than some of the youngsters that we know now.
Yes.
And even having more minutes than all the youngsters that we can think of.
Yes.
So I think that's a positive, a huge positive. And if maturity doesn't come with age, then this is a mature player.
Yes. So, you think he will be actually going straight to this first 11?
I'm not sure. I think there will be some sort of respect for the older players like your Modi, the Serenos and everyone. But I think that when he gets his chance,
Yes.
he's going to grab it with both hands because this is a player that the fans also have been following for a while. So he already has the masses behind him.
Mm-hmm.
He just needs to perform well.
Yes.
He already has, the fans ready to accept him as part of the team.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is more like a story of a player that, like, your Mbappe to Madrid in a way, because this is the childhood team that he's always wanted to play for. Or maybe Rhys James and Chelsea, something like that. So I think the team will not have to teach him the Chiefs culture. You'll find the Chiefs culture is
Mm-hmm.
already in him because of the love of the club.
Yes.
So he can give us a whole lot more than some of the players who are better than him, but the love for the team is not there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I think you have actually said what I was expecting to hear. So, um, just a little bit shift. Go back to Igadaro. I wanted to ask you that the last time when Kaizer Chiefs performed better, that was Kamapile at Nokovic and also Castro. So, don't you think that the next season having Lillepo, this boy Velepai, and also signing Igadaro, don't you think it will be a better front force of Kaizer Chiefs? And also bringing on Cheslet.
I think that's a good that there's one thing that we need to pay attention to.
Yeah.
A team, right, is
Mm-hmm.
not built off of the starting 11.
Okay.
There's a lot that comes inside a team being built. And you also have to look at the markets, look at the times.
Mm-hmm.
And when we look at the markets and we look at the times, we see that Sundowns is the prime example, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what has Sundowns done to be where they are? They've instilled a way of selecting players
Mm-hmm.
and they're willing to pay the price for it. So
Yes.
they've had a scouting department for the longest while. And even if Taliwa leaves,
Mm-hmm.
right, and he goes to Kaizer Chiefs, they're still selecting players that are part of the system that they created. So there is a system, a playing style, and that playing style needs to find players of a certain style of play
Yeah.
with certain attributes. And even when they select the coach, they select a coach that's able to work with players of a certain style
Mm-hmm.
or players who have a certain attribute. So in most cases, it's quicker to get the player that they want because they're able to see where they're lacking,
Mm-hmm.
and it's quicker for them to finish their transfer window because they'll be knowing that okay, we're shorting there and there and there. The desire of the coach is that guy and that guy. Okay, fine, we're done. And then
Mm-hmm.
Pirates, right? We've been seeing in the last few seasons that they also tapped onto what Sundowns has been doing, right?
Fact.
The technical team at Pirates has spent a lot of time there.
Mm-hmm.
The technical team of Sundowns, your Rulanis and all these guys, they also spent a lot of time there.
Mm-hmm.
So the technical team at Pirates now, we're seeing the work. A lot of people are saying that, but how can you sign
Without a
players
coach.
before the coach arrives?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The reason why they can sign is because they've tapped into what Sundowns has been doing. They've got a technical team, they've got a scouting department, and they've got a management that has the same idea and same drive as the other two that were mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas at Chiefs is only finishing their first year having a technical team.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All this other while, and I mean a technical team where the people who are working there are fit for the position, they are qualified for the position,
Yes.
not people who are put there because maybe they're the legends of the club, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
they're the legends of the game without actual knowledge. But now we actually have a technical team that's able to channel the direction of the scouting department a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And once they do that, it's easier now for the coach to select.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, I think that you look at Chiefs from the previous season and you look at Chiefs now.
Yeah,
That
there's
if
a
you look at Chiefs, the previous signings of the previous season, they were directionless.
yes, true, true.
We're signing everyone that we can sign just to say that we have a squad, we have a left back, we have this, we have that.
Yes.
So the previous season, the step, or even not the season when Nabi was signing or Nabi was part of the transfer windows, but I mean the seasons before Nabi,
Mm-hmm.
the signing was very directionless. But now under Nabi, we are
Yes,
signing a number 10 because we need a number 10 and an experienced number 10 also. We're
true.
signing a left back because we need a left back and an experienced left back also. We're signing a right back because we need more options at right back. Although we do have experience in Frosler and potential in Solomons, but we
Mm-hmm.
need something diverse in Monyan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're signing Ikotaro, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ikotaro is still young,
Mm-hmm.
so there's no pressure for him to play. But Igodaro is also more experienced than Duba and is better than Morris, as the stats are saying,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because he's able to bang in those goals. But now we must also align with the scouting department of Sundowns because he was a Sundowns player. So that means that whatever Sundowns saw, maybe we are also seeing it. And
Yes.
maybe it was potential for Sundowns and they had to let go of the player because they eventually found other better players in those positions. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, who was going to replace Shalulile, if we're being honest?
Yes. No, I understand.
So maybe now what is a B list player for Sundowns can be an A list player for Chiefs.
True. That's true, man. That's true. When you go to go deep and ask yourself, this player is coming from Mamelodi Sundowns. He was a Mamelodi Sundowns player, and then Mamelodi Sundowns, we know that they won't just sign, as you said, uh, which means it's a type of a player who is a quality player. So I think getting a player which was scouted by Mamelodi Sundowns, as you said, Igadaro. Now I see the point. I didn't see that, but as you are actually going on explaining, I can understand and see the vision, what you're trying to actually to tell the fans. You understand that this player, you might say this is not a good player, but he was scouted by Mamelodi Sundowns from Nigeria.
100%. So that means that, if they made a mistake, they didn't make a mistake because he's not quality. They might have made
Yes.
a mistake maybe because Shalulile was just not going to be moved by anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, even now, Shalulile has not been moved by anyone.
Yes.
It's
Remember,
just that there are more
remember
options.
also again, if I can add on that, this guy is a foreign player and Charlie is a foreign player, so I think they had to sacrifice one. You understand? They had to sacrifice one, and then Igadaro is the one because Charlie that was the whole season, as you're saying.
Exactly. You see, so there is some positive to be picked up. It's just that, sometimes the tags that we're giving players tags, like reject, free agent, as if those tags they apply
Mm.
to the quality of the player. Those tags have nothing to do with the quality of the player.
Yes, and
And with the rejects, who rejected who? Because the reports are saying that Marco and Monyane rejected Pirates to join
yes,
Chiefs.
mm-hmm.
Chislet rejected other offers to join Chiefs.
Yes,
So who's really the reject here? Because it seems like Pirates is the reject of Marco because
mm-hmm.
he rejected them.
Yes,
Monyane is the Pirates is the reject of Monyane because he rejected Pirates.
yes,
According to the report. So
yes,
sometimes some things we just need to take them with a pinch of salt
yes,
and understand that the team is in a building phase and they just finished their first season with a technical team able to give the scouting department and the management direction.
mm-hmm.
And it must be mentioned that the previous coaches, I will make an example with Atazwane. Atazwane said that Bimenyama is not fit to play for Chiefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you ask Atazwane, then who is fit to play for Chiefs? he couldn't give you a list of where the direction of the team must go.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So with Nabi, at least he has options. Nabi, they'll say we can't afford Salum. He's looking at someone from Ivory Coast. Or we
Yes.
can't afford this guy. He's looking at somebody else. We're seeing the guy. He's flying out. He's going out to see these players that he's scouting. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so this is and he's also got a list of players that he's been scouting before. That immediately when the management says which direction do you want to go, he gives them options. Unlike only the management being the only one scouting or signing the players, at least now there are three brains that are trying to come together in order for one thing to be ultimately achieved.
Mm-hmm. I know, man. I think because of our time, man, we can go up to 1 hour, but because of our time, man, I think we are done. And I just want to say shout out to you, Mesh, for always coming through with fire text here on a Playspot. And this one, guys, it's up to you, Kaizer Chiefs fans. These signings are the real deal. Drop your comments below and like the video. And also, don't forget to give likes for Mesh. This is this Mesh. Thank you very much, bro, for your time.
Thank you, Mula, and thanks to the listeners as well, my brother.
Thank you.